how to survival hard mode. Easy way. Basically, the hardest thing you're going to have with this build is the first 20 or so waves. And really, that's not, I mean, once you get past that, cakewalk. But you're going to have to get onto this island. Once you get onto the island, you build some sort of structure in order to fill with archers. And of course, you want to put them in some way to where the archers won't shoot each other in the back, and to minimize the chances of them shooting themselves in the foot. You're not going to get 100%, as far as I know. I mean, you're still going to just find some way of shooting themselves in the face even. I mean, I think I've seen an arrow shoot back and hit him in his own face. But these happen, you know, they're bugs, it's issues. It's not a big deal. You just have to know that you're going to have to deal with it. Once you get on the island and you clear it of trees, you build up your stockades, and you fill the stockades with archers. You then, that's it. Like, before each wave, you have to break your bridge, so that way your archers don't get murdered. And you have to make sure that you have a wall in front of your crystal, so your archers will not shoot and kill your own crystal. Once you get this completed, and you can stop whenever you feel. I mean, really, it'll work with just one archer, but it's going to bog down at some point. The more archers you have, the longer you're going to be able to go, I guess. And at some point, I mean, I'm going to run out. I'm not going to be able to go infinite, but it'd be pretty damn close. Basically, you don't have to do anything once you get it to this point. You don't have to worry about your crystal. You just have to make sure that your bridge is broke. And what will happen is corruptrons will spawn all around the map, as they always do. They will get their pathfinding worked up, and generally their pathfinding will tell them, hey, you need to get to these guys. This guy's doing his own thing. Not normal here, right? I might have to kill him. But generally, they do this. They'll climb up here, and they'll just stand and get shot by your archers over and over and over again. If you do get a smart aleck fucking corruptron who thinks he's better than everyone else, generally they'll do something like that. They'll break one block, and then they're like, hey, you know what? Nah, I'm good. And they'll go back to getting murdered by the archers. Every once in a while, on like after a save and a restart or something like that, you'll get one guy, maybe two, at the most three, that'll get the bright idea of, hey, maybe we should go for the crystal. But generally they do this right here. Straight line, walk up, and try to kill your archers. The reason for this is basically when they spawn, they get a work order. The work order says, hey, you need to kill something close. And they prioritize workers over crystal. And unfortunately, they do not understand that yet. They don't have like a backup plan of like, well, if I have no clear pathway to them, what's the next closest object? So basically what these guys are trying to do is they're trying to get on this island. There's absolutely no way to get on the island. Since there's no way on the island, they just bunch up. They keep bunching up. And then they get murdered. And this goes on and on and on and on. And you basically have nothing to worry about from wave to wave. The worst that you have to worry about is, like I said before, your archers killing themselves. Shooting themselves in the foot. And you running out of archers to clear up the piles of corruptrons. Usually, generally, so far at least up to wave 117, you have enough time once clearing the wave to spawn, like you see 220 or whatever. Once all these guys walk up and get up to here, you're generally safe to start spawning a worker. Now you definitely want to have most of these guys dead. You want to have like maybe 2 or 3 left on the board that are going to do something. You spawn a worker, you have him already, have some stockpiles, maybe with some stone like I do here, and you have them build the bridge back across. And generally you need 2 workers to spawn to get them to build it fast enough. You usually have about 4 minutes once this pile is cleaned up to get the bridge built, and then you spawn a bunch of archers to refill your stocks in case they get low. And then you break 1 block on the bridge so they can't get across. Corruptrons will break the rest of it down because that's what they do when they can't get to where they want to go. They just break blocks. And so they'll break the rest of that down. And you can forget about your workers, just let them die. I generally put them up close here so the Corruptrons will try to walk up here. If you have them close to your crystal, there's a possibility of them killing the workers and then deciding if they want to go for the crystal. But generally they'll still try to come over here. It's not 100%. You need to watch out. Sometimes they do get the smart idea to attack the crystal, but these guys should clean up most of these guys. Not all of them. I mean, some of them get their little bug where they just kind of like, hey, I'm going to stand here, or I'm going to stand over here, or whatever. When you do spawn new guys, every once in a while you'll get 1 or 2 that'll decide that they're going to go and free up from wherever they're pathfinding and try to attack them. Or if you finish the bridge, all of a sudden those guys have a very easy path, and you'll have like 12 guys come running right down the ground to try and get across that bridge. Hopefully you have enough archers in here to clear them out. But if not, 2 or 3 Corruptrons get through, they're going to wipe out maybe a whole row of guys before they completely get killed. As you can see, you only have 4 left. 3 of them, 2, 3, I don't know, are hanging out here. 3. So I could spawn in workers, have them build the bridge, and start filling up these stockades if I needed to. I don't feel very stressed at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about it. The only thing I could do is maybe fix this 1 block, 2 blocks, right here next to the crystal, to make me feel safe. I don't need to do it. As you saw, all the lines went running away from there, but I could do it. Generally what I do in between waves that I'm not stressed on, I don't feel like I have to do any kind of work, which is most of the waves, I'll get ready for a wave that I might need to work on. Just build up your bridge for what your workers are going to build in order to complete the bridge. You don't need to do all this stone, it's going to take too long. Just use this to lay the foundation, put your steps up, and then delete the ones underneath. Because the way steps work is they have to have something underneath this block right here in order to be placed. But once you have this one on the bottom, they can place this one and it'll go all the way up. You don't need to have a block underneath to support it. However, if this block was removed, this whole line would fall. So it's just, you only need this in order to carry stone up. And of course it makes it faster for your archers to run across the bridge. So once you have this built, basically you're ready to go. Whenever you get the next wave or so cleared, or whenever you decide that you need more archers because your archers are killing themselves too fast, or you've only got like 3 guys on this side and you just got a huge pile here, and the time's getting close to 4 minutes or 3 minutes or something, that's when you need to get more archers out here and back up and try and fill back up your ranks. You might be able to find a better stockade design than spiraling staircases. They seem to be the most efficient for me in order to build and fill them so where they're not going to shoot each other in the back and less chance of shooting themselves in the foot. But maybe you have something better. Least amount of stone needed to build this up in time in those short waves you have in between. You're free to experiment, but generally that's how this works. You build some archer outposts on Distraction Island, as I call it. Cut the bridge to it, and you let the Corruptrons just run to their deaths over and over and over again. So yeah, that's how you hard mode easy style.